I'm Dr. Leibovitz, your Central Indiana go-to foot doc. This video is going to be talking about ingrown nails and 5 things you do not want to do when you have an ingrown nail. The skin is a very forgiving structure. It will put up with a wide nail for a very long time. So basically, you have room for this much nail for a toe. The nail is actually this wide. There's an argument that goes on, and the skin will eventually lose. This video is really for the do-it-yourselfers, the DIYers, the bathroom surgeons. They produce more complications than I can count. The nail is just too wide, and when you cut into an area you can't see, you don't usually get the entire nail out. You leave a nail spike or spicule that will then pierce the tip of the toe and cause more problems. Or if you do get a section out, you create an irregularity of the nail or tear in the nail in the skin, and that produces problems. Now understand that the nail is going to grow out to the same width it was before, so this is a repeat process. The do-it-yourselfers produce a significant amount of unnecessary torture for themselves that they really don't need to go through. The answer for this is very simple. Most people can kick themselves once they have something done because of all the problems they've created. Now, cutting a V in the center of the nail. Think about this seriously. Expecting the nail to collapse in on itself and get thinner from taking out a little notch, it's just not going to happen. This would be the equivalent of taking a door that's too large for the frame, cutting out a tiny little section in the very top center, and expecting that door now to fit into the frame. Does not work really well. Ignoring the problem. This creates a delay in treatment, and that increases your risk for infection. That toe will swell so much it will look like a cartoon character, Elmer Fudd's head, and that leads to some problems. An infection, it will spread, and we have the nail bed, and the bone underneath that, and it's about 2 to 3 millimeters separating that. If that infection gets more aggressive and touches the bone, that's usually hospitalization or even loss of part. So don't let those infections stay there for very long. It's very common for geriatrics and as well as teenagers to hide the area, ignore it, don't see it, don't care about it. Well, if you keep that in the shoe, it's going to continue to develop to a more inflamed area. The shoe is a warm, moist area. It loves to generate bacteria and fungus involvement that produces a problem. So let's not let that infection stay there very long. Treating it with an oral antibiotic. Well, if you do this, expect it to return. This is like having a thorn in your side. It gets angry, take an antibiotic, it calms down, but the thorn is still there, so you'd expect it to reoccur. This is really common among urgent care centers and primary care docs. I think the intent is, okay, let's get you to some place where they can take care of it. It's not an idea to take care of this on a long-term basis. So if you had 2 or 3 series of antibiotics and it returns, you know what's going to happen. It is going to be a perpetual problem. Okay, putting cotton underneath the nail. Not a good idea. You're just adding more pressure to the area. It's going to create more distress. Again, you're putting cotton there, which will absorb moisture. It's a dark, warm, moist area with some dead tissue in there. That's a perfect medium to start to grow any type of bad bacteria that you can. Throw it in the shoe and it actually gets worse. So not a really good idea. It's not going to make that nail any thinner, and it's just going to add more pressure to the skin. And there's a lot of these other torture devices you can get that will actually try to straighten out the nail. Well, good luck with that. Thanks for watching. If you've learned something, click the like button. If you have trouble sleeping, hit the subscribe button. You get plenty of videos that might put you to sleep. I have a lot more information on my webpage with videos, articles, FAQs, and my website is go2footdoc.com. I'm Dr. Leibovitz, your Central Indiana go-to foot doc.